Hey, assalamu alaikum, guys. Welcome back to Sobriety Sundays. After taking a long hiatus, year and 3 months, we are back. Today, I'm going to welcome you guys to our newest guest. Tell your name to the people.
My name is Zakaria Abshir.
Thank you so much, Zakaria, for coming on the talk. We know each other, so he's a good friend of mine. And so I'm going to just continue the conversation. It's been a while since I did the podcast, but pretty much Sobriety Sundays is a podcast to share people's stories. It's to create a platform for people that are in recovery, specific within the Muslim and the East African community, to allow people to come here and share their stories, and let people know that recovery is possible. And so I got my brother here, Zakaria. You're in recovery, correct?
Yes, I am.
How long you been sober?
A year and something now.
Yeah, man. Congrats, bro, on your recovery. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Zakaria.
I'm 26 years old. I live in Minneapolis. I'm from Bloomington.
Okay.
A little bit about myself. I'm a middle child. I have 4 sisters.
Okay.
And I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
My mother passed away when I was younger, but still had my pops in my life,
Yarhamu.
It's been a long journey getting here. A lot of ups and downs, firsthand
Yeah.
how long it took. But yeah, I'm just a person that's passionate about recovery and helping other people.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
One thing first and foremost I want to commend you for is first, getting sober and stepping into those steps in recovery. It's not easy, right?
Yeah.
And I think another thing, man, that is really important that I want to commend you for, man, is not only turning your life around, but then committing your life to helping other people, which is also not another easy feat, right? It's something that's hard for a lot of people to do. And so stepping into that space and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and helping other people, in your life, like you already have been doing, but then even furthermore, coming onto this platform and sharing your story is something that's very powerful. And, I heard this, this quote. I remember it was like my first week getting sober, and I remember it's like, your story will be somebody else's survival guide, right? It'll be the toolkit for somebody else's survival. And that's the reason why we do this type of stuff, is not only to share stories, but it's to break the stigma and to allow people to understand that, recovery is possible. You know what I mean? In every space. And addiction affects every single group of people, not one stone left unturned. And so, man, I just wanted to thank you for coming on. So tell me about your upbringing. Were you born and raised in Minneapolis or Bloomington?
For sure. I was born in Nairobi, Kenya,
Okay.
but I grew up in South Africa for
Okay.
most of my younger years. I came to America when I was 10 years old.
10 years old. Okay.
10 years old.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad coming to America because I kind of knew English.
That's like the second language or the first language over there, right?
Yeah, it's. I learned it in primary school.
Okay.
So, I was in 6th grade right away. But my test scores were very high, so the people were very shocked.
Okay.
I guess they didn't know we had education in South Africa, right?
Yeah, man, it's funny. A lot of people, they don't know what's going on, outside of America. We kind of like people in America live in a bubble, but a lot of places, not just in Africa, but all around the world, their schooling system is very advanced. A lot of people come to America and they're already ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
A little funny story about that is, even though I knew the language, I had a very heavy accent.
Okay.
So
South African accent.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like Trevor Noah.
It was bad. It was bad. I used to have to sit in the front of the class.
Okay.
Just so the teacher could understand me. The thing is, I understand the context of what they're talking about, but they spoke a little too fast,
Yep.
So what happened is, I got accustomed to the language, and next thing I know, I'm mingling with the people.
Yep.
So I wouldn't say middle school was very tough. I went to John F. Kennedy High School
Okay.
in Bloomington, Minnesota,
Yeah. Two of my siblings went there.
Yep.
Yep.
I played sports, played basketball,
Hooper.
Yeah. Still
Okay.
am.
I know. Y'all be hooping it up. Matthews and all those places.
Yep.
Yep.
My high school years, I could define it as sports and being at home.
Okay. Yeah.
I was a homebody. It's really kind of funny because I didn't really do anything crazy in high school. I was kind of a, just a straight A and B student, just going to,
Playing basketball.
just playing basketball. I don't know, you probably remember this, but I was we went to the same Duxie.
Yeah,
I live in Humble.
I'm humble. Yep.
So kind of a Duxie kid on Saturday, Sundays. I ended up becoming a teacher at
the Duxie.
Darul Farouk.
Yep.
So the dean aspect, I was excelled in it academically. I was okay. Life was going in the right direction for me.
Yeah.
There wasn't too many signs saying that life would take a left turn, which ultimately it did. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later. To go from there, things kind of just went bad. Am I?
Yeah. Speak freely. Yeah.
Things kind of went bad, like my second year of college.
Okay.
Where'd
you go to college?
Normandale.
Normandale. Okay.
Community college. What happened is I tore my ACL.
Okay.
Playing basketball.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can probably relate to this, but
yeah,
the
they
doctor,
give you the medicine.
The doctor, you know what I'm saying? The doctor, he knows what to give you. He gave me prescription pills. At this point, I didn't even smoke weed before,
Okay, so the first thing that you were trying was the Percocet.
The Percocets,
Yeah.
This is kind of funny. This is around the same time we seen each other too. I don't know. You remember Chicago House? You know what I'm talking about? On Chicago, 93rd in Chicago.
93rd in
It's
Chicago.
not there anymore, but
oh yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. I remember. This is like 2018.
Yep.
I remember now.
Man.
So that was your first time trying any substances.
Anything, man.
And you never did any substances before that.
No.
And it was through the ACL. Okay.
But what I started to realize is the prescriptions made me feel a certain way, Sorry about that.
That's all right.
It made me feel a certain way that not a lot of other things did,
Yeah.
At that time, I didn't know there was something missing. And I started filling it with prescription pills. I remember I had a script. I would start running out the script quick, call the doctor, hey, my dog flushed, my dog ate him,
Yeah.
My grandmother got mad at me. She made me flush him down the toilet. Anything I could
To get a refill.
To get a refill. Eventually, he noticed that there's a pattern going on here that, is not good.
And they cut you off of it.
So he cut me off. I didn't even know what withdrawal was, man.
Yeah.
And I just started feeling really bad. And
you were still in college at this point.
I dropped out by this point.
Okay,
man,
yeah. So it consumed your life.
Consumed my life, dude. And the thing about me is the way I go about things is I'm all in or nothing.
Yeah.
But at this point, I don't consider myself an addict. But I know that there's something that I need every day. And,
that you got to get.
That I got to get somehow. So I remember working security jobs, multiple jobs, working at a car wash, And every single penny I had would go to those pills, I learned that you couldn't buy them off the streets.
Yeah.
And I kept that going for a while. And at this point, things started getting shaky at home,
So people were starting to realize that what was going on.
There's a problem going on.
Yeah.
And, slowly but surely, I had to leave the house.
Yeah. How was it like around your friend group? Like the people that you were around knew you were doing like what you were doing?
The thing is, I have literally two sets of friends. A sober community.
Yeah. So
And
people
a
that
music
never did.
community.
Yeah, the people that never did the drugs.
Yeah.
And then you had the friends that was doing the drugs.
Yeah. So it was kind of clear cut. My friends that were sober were like, man, what's going on, man?
They don't see you around no more.
I stopped teaching Quran,
Yeah.
My closest friends were just noticing different changes about me. I'm asking them for money,
Yeah.
I'm on the internet trying to ask anybody I can see for money,
Yeah.
I'm doing anything for a fix at this point.
Yeah.
I'm on autopilot,
Yeah.
And then my using friends were the people I started getting closer to, and we just kind of just misery bonding, I guess.
Yeah. Similar, same agenda. You guys are all trying to get high.
Yeah. So that's just every day was just a way to get a fix,
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to keep going on the journey?
So at this point when you were using and you're around your friends and your family ended up kicking you out, what was that breaking point that was like your family was like, yo, you got to get out?
I mean, you know, I know it's kind of tough to talk about this, but you know, I started taking stuff from the house. You know,
Yeah.
um, looking today, I can't even recognize that person.
Yeah.
You know, um, I started taking little things from the house. You know, maybe my PS5. You know, my sister's jewelry, something. You know,
Yeah.
and got to a point where they were like, we can't do this anymore. You know,
Yeah.
and I remember leaving the house, and in my head, I was thinking, oh, it is what it is. Not knowing the journey that's ahead of me, you know.
Yeah. At this
I
point,
didn't.
you were only doing Percocet.
I was just doing Percocets. I started doing weed and
Yeah. Other
other
things.
substances started coming because of the friend group that I was
Yeah.
in. Other
Yeah.
stuff got introduced to me.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just trying to get high, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so I continued doing that for years. You know, working various jobs. I didn't have a record at this time, so I could get any job. You know, thing is, I couldn't keep a job.
Yeah.
You know.
Because of the drugs.
Yeah. I remember specifically this one job I had. I was a machine operator for a company called Seagate. And you know, the role I had was to, you know, work with machines that are automated. Sure, they do the job for you, but you got to pay attention, you know. And what ended up happening is I started falling out on the job.
Yeah.
And people around me noticed, like, are you drunk, man? Like, what's going on? Your
Yeah.
speech is not, you know, slurry, you know, not slurring your words. But they noticed something was wrong, and they eventually sent me to a UA,
Yeah.
which I failed bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, I lost that job. I mean, I have a clean record. Went to go get another job. The jobs I like to do is like security, because especially overnight security jobs.
Yeah. Because you don't have really much oversight.
Yeah, there wasn't much oversight. Just go do my rounds, sit in the car, patrol car, you know, do my thing.
Yeah.
But even that, sometimes I would have somebody switch shifts with me, and I'll fall asleep in the car. Forgot to clock out.
Yeah.
The person would come in and took a picture of me. You know, it's like little stuff like that. I couldn't keep a job to save myself. You know.
Yeah.
Once I started losing my jobs, and I noticed that I can't keep doing this. What I did is I started stealing
Yeah.
from stores.
Yeah.
The way I comprehended in my head was, I'm not stealing from people. I'm stealing from corporate America.
Yeah. It's different.
You know,
Yeah.
they steal from us anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I told myself.
Yeah.
So in my head, I got a clear conscience when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I'm all out doing this stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to you know, any kind of retail stores, stealing, not really caring, selling it. You know, I got away with it for a while until I didn't.
Yeah. How old were you when you caught your first case?
I was 22.
22.
I'm 26 today. The way it happened is kind of funny. I remember I was stealing from a store, and one of my friends was waiting for me in the parking lot. What ended up happening is they knew my face, so they called the cops as soon as I went
As
inside
soon
the
as you
store.
walked in. Yeah.
I'm thinking, I know where the stuff is.
Like
It's
it's
a
in and out.
3-minute operation.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm out.
Yeah.
As soon as I step out the store,
It was waiting
lo and
outside for
behold,
you. Yeah.
You know, Washington County Police is waiting right there.
Mm-hmm.
He stops me. He says, you know, it'll just be a ticket. You know, you'll be on your way, because the police officer doesn't know who I am. He takes one look at my ID, you know, and he literally gasps. He's like, "Oh shit, this is the guy I was looking for."
Yeah. Time to go.
Yeah, you're coming with me. You know, that was a dark time in my life.
It's the first time you got arrested.
First time I got arrested.
Yeah.
You know,
How long
but
were
that
you-
was also
Yeah.
a good thing on my side, because that was the first time I got arrested. I also got let off easily.
Yeah.
You know,
So how long were you in jail for?
at that time it was 2022. I was in there like a week.
A week. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I would even say 4 days. And then I got released on my own recognizance. You know.
Yeah.
So as soon as I came out, I tried to go to treatment for the first time.
Yeah.
Tried to go to Alliance.
Yeah.
I remember I stayed for like a week this time.
Yeah.
had a lot of stints with this place, you know.
Yeah. At this point, were you already doing, or were you only doing Percocet, or were you doing any other like heavier substances?
This is when other drugs started getting introduced to me.
Okay.
So I get to treatment. I'm learning more about drugs and treatment
Yeah.
because we talk about it every day
Yep, in group.
in group, you know. I hear about something called fentanyl.
Okay, so at this point, you never tried it?
Never tried it though.
Yeah. So
But
you learned about it in treatment.
I learned about it in treatment. Dude,
Okay.
you know. So I hear about it. I don't pay too much attention. I move on. I'm still doing my prescription drugs, and one of my friends says, "Hey, I have something cheaper for you." One day, he doesn't tell me what it's called, but he said it's cheaper and gets you higher.
Yeah.
It's better for you,
Yeah.
which is questionable, you know. And I remember 2022 was the first time I did fentanyl, and yeah, it was bad.
There was a time period around that time. I remember I was seeing you like in the recovery community at community events and stuff. So you were sober for a little bit.
I had little stints of sobriety, you know.
Month
nothing-
here.
month here, 2 weeks here, 3 months there.
Yeah. So you were struggling and fighting yourself during this time period.
I know there's a problem,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but I didn't really get it yet.
Yeah.
So end of 2022 is when my life completely changed.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
Yeah.
The end of 2022, I went to Alliance again. This time I left in 3 months,
Yeah.
but I left because I said, hey, I feel comfortable now.
I'm good.
I'm sober, not having an aftercare plan, just against the wishes of my counselors and, support system. But I felt like I was good because, you know how when you get in treatment, you feel good about yourself. You start seeing your body filling up. You're like, you know what? I got this.
Yeah.
Why am I still here?
Yeah.
I need to work. I need to fill up the lost time I had.
Yeah.
This is a very sensitive topic for me, but I moved in with my grandmother and my aunt and her son.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm working home care job, and one day I come home and I find out that I didn't go get my Suboxone.
Yeah.
Substance abuse medication assisted treatment. So I kind of freak out, but I'm like, it was a Friday night, so it was just kind of the worst time to run out.
Yeah, because it's close of the weekend.
Yeah, it's close of the weekend. I didn't know anywhere else to go. I know I'll get my Suboxone on Monday, but something in my mind told me, you don't want to be sick, so just do it one time,
Yeah.
So that Saturday, I remember grabbing some pills and I went to the house. My plan was to wait for everybody to go to sleep and use at night.
Yeah.
Nobody will know. I'll
No
get
harm,
back
no
on
foul.
it, I'll get back on a Monday, still go to work.
Yep.
I'm working at Boston Scientific at this time. Keep going from there. What ended up happening is, I dropped one of the pills.
Yeah.
And Eli Emerkis, my nephew, got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And he swallowed it because he's 2 years old at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I even remember exactly what happened. What I did is I wasn't using fentanyl powder. I was using the pills.
So you already started fentanyl this time?
Yeah. So what I did is I put it inside an AirPod case.
Yeah.
Took one ear out and I put it
put
inside.
it in there,
because it's really small.
Yeah.
And I just threw it on the bed, thinking it's secure.
Yeah, who's gonna
Yeah, go on my AirPod, look for my air, and so he ended up going in there, and I noticed when I came into the room, I seen his eyes rolling back. He was ODing, man.
God.
So I already knew what was going on. I had Narcan him, and I called the ambulance. The ambulance came. Alhamdulillah, he's good today.
Yeah.
But at that point in my head, I messed up everything.
Yeah, how did that make you feel, man?
I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
Part of me forgives myself because I knew it was an accident, but part of me is like, you knew better.
Yeah, man, but that's not your fault.
That's the thing. That's the thing I'm working on. I'm
Yeah.
really tough on myself, you know.
Yeah.
I still go to therapy about this every Thursday. It's I don't know when I'll be fine,
Yeah.
you know. Talking about it right now is making my hand shake because
Yeah.
it's
Because anything could have happened.
anything could happen
Yeah. And that would have been on your conscience forever and stuff
forever,
like that. Yeah.
you know. And thing is, I don't have any little brothers,
So that was
so
like your little brother.
he's the only person I consider my little brother. And when that happened, I remember I followed him, my aunt and him, to the ambulance, to the hospital, HCMC. I find out he's good. I know they're gonna piss test him, and I don't want to go to jail,
Yeah.
so I run away.
Yeah.
My aunt calls me and says, "Hey, Child Protection Services are here. They want to take away my son. Is there anything you want to tell me?" I was in a tough position. I didn't want her kid to get taken away, so I took full blame because it was me.
Yeah.
I could have easily said no, it wasn't me,
Yeah.
and waited 3 days and pissed clean, and
Yeah.
nothing would happen to me.
But you took accountability. Yeah.
But I took accountability at that time, which was a good thing. So I'm on the run now because Child Protection Services are calling me. Hennepin County detective is calling me. I'm going down the deep end now because I'm like, yeah, my life is
My life is over. Yeah.
At this time, I'm renting out an apartment in Maple Grove. I was in a relationship at the time, kind of shaky.
Yep.
She knew I was using, so she kind of, kept herself distant.
Yeah.
And I was just by myself at this point now.
Yeah.
Have nobody to talk to.
Alone.
I know what I did. Everybody in my family is against me right now because they know what happened. Could have killed the kid.
Yeah.
So what did I do? Kept using.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to think about it. 6 months later, I'm in the streets now. I lost my apartment.
Yeah.
I'm actually homeless.
Yeah.
Down bad. Story, a lot of people are probably expecting the story to get better. It doesn't. Gets even worse. June 16th, 2023, 6 months later. You found me.
Yeah.
Remember? I just got done stealing from the Mall of America. I hopped on the train. I went back to Cedar Riverside, and you came up to me, and you're like, "What's up, Zach? How you doing?" I was like, "What's going on?" I don't know what's about to come. You tell me, "Yo, man, let's go. Come with me." So I'm like, "It's my boy Abdirahman. Come on, let's go." I'm thinking you're gonna take me to an intervention.
Yeah.
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 I'm thinking you're gonna tell me because I know what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have a funny story about that. I'll tell you later. I know what you do, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna try to get me sober. Let me just hear him out. So you take me to Dar Farouk, where I used to be a ma'al, and I see more people than I
Expected.
thought would be there.
There's a lot of people who's packed.
And that's when you that's when you guys broke the news to me that my sister died in a car crash, and two of my cousins.
Yeah.
There's 5 girls on Lake Street that died, and man, I don't think I ever cried that hard in my life, man. Because my life is already going downhill, and this just added more. Man, I was a complete mess.
It's okay.
The hard part about this is the last time I spoke to my sister, Sabrin, wasn't a very good conversation because I had done some stuff at the house, stole some money, and the last thing she told me was, "You're a thief," and that was the last conversation we had. From like conversations after that, I heard that she forgave me and she wanted to reach out to me and find me. But the last thing on my mind is that.
Yeah.
So to hear that she passed away was just heartbreaking, and in the manner she passed away, it was just a complete horrible accident. So I went to the funeral. I remember I was staying at your house at this time. You were trying to get me clean. As soon as the funeral was done, you had me go to treatment. I didn't even stay a day. I didn't even last a day. I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I was going through too much at the time.
It's too much on your shoulders.
There's too much on my shoulders. Now I had expectations to get clean. People are telling me, you have to do this for your sister. It was just, the pressure got to me, man, and I just couldn't do it. What ended up happening after that is I just went back to the streets, and at this point, I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
Really. I'm not really living. I'm just existing. I'm robbing whoever I gotta rob.
Yeah.
I'm stealing from whoever I gotta steal.
Yeah.
If I die, I die. I don't care.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I remember being in some very bad situations where I don't even know how I'm alive.
Yeah.
By the grace of Allah, I'm still alive. I didn't get it together. Maybe 2 years after that, continue to steal, continue to go to jail.
Yeah.
Come out, go back. Come out, go back. But here's the thing that it's kind of crazy today. In all of my time of active addiction, I always used to watch your videos. And I remember specifically the first time I watched the Sobriety Sunday episode. And I don't know, some part of me was like, dude, maybe if you get it together one day, maybe you can actually be on that podcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right?
It's crazy.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I was literally with a friend of mine, a very good friend, and I told him, yo, I want to be on this podcast. He was like, dude, you're out of your mind. So I kept doing, the things I knew how to do: steal, rob, lie, cheat. And I'm still homeless at this point.
So what was that? What was that like? A lot of people don't understand what it's like to be homeless, especially because there's a huge amount of people from our community that are struggling with being unhoused, right? What was that like, and what is take us a little bit through that experience.
A little bit about homelessness. There's a lot of homeless people in our community, especially East African women and men. I remember when I was first homeless, there was, a good, maybe, if I had to estimate, maybe 20, 30 people. It wasn't that broad of a problem yet. But today, I promise you, it's in the thousands, hundreds,
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that are homeless. Homelessness is literally, especially with addiction, because it's two different things, I think, being homeless and not having addiction. You don't really think about the homelessness because there's something that you are trying to get every day, which is drugs. The drugs kind of make you forget that you're homeless.
Yeah.
Not the winter, though.
Yeah, that's when you feel it.
That's when you feel it.
Yeah.
But in the summer, the thing is you start to get to know people, questionable people. But in your mind, you guys have the same problem. You guys, kind of just bond together,
Yeah.
misery bonding. And literally all it is you don't have somewhere to lay your head unless you find a shelter. Sometimes you don't find a shelter at the end of the night because it took you too long to go get your drugs.
Yeah.
And shelters fill up fast. And it depends on what area you're in. There's a time limit. maybe at 9 o'clock. If you're not in there by 9 o'clock, you're not getting a bed for that night.
Yeah.
So now you're stuck outside. For me, it wasn't scary, but it was something I don't want to ever go through again. I don't know, man. I don't even know how I got out of it. Homelessness. Having a roof over your head is a blessing a lot of people take for granted. Is there anything else specific you want about homelessness?
What is it like, for other people, like the other people that you've connected with? Where do you think they are in their head? How do they feel? Why do people stay in that predicament?
Maybe for the same reason I stayed. They feel like they messed up everything in their life. There is no going back. Nobody wants them. Nobody
Lost
loves
hope.
them. You know? Eventually you get used to it. And you don't know how to change, which is scary to say. You almost get comfortable being homeless.
Yeah.
I've seen some people who had mental health issues, so they didn't even know how to get housing even if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Some people have legal issues. They're afraid, paranoid. They don't want to get help because they feel like eventually it will lead to them going to jail.
Yeah.
Some people just like it.
Yeah.
Some people just like the fast life,
Yeah.
Let me run you through like a basic day that I can think of. Let's start at midnight. Midnight, the trains stop running at like 2 a.m. Depending on how the weather is, you probably want to get on the train and get warm because at 2 a.m. you're out in the cold.
Yeah.
2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you're trying to find fire. So you're probably using hand sanitizer and trying to light it up somewhere and try to get warm. But at the same time, you want to be around other people. So you might go on an encampment and, just go from there because there's no electricity. You probably don't have a phone.
Yeah.
And you're probably sick because you haven't done anything since the day before. So now you're waiting until the buses start running again. And you can go from there.
So walk me through. So for yourself, when you were homeless and you were unhoused and you were struggling with addiction, what was your turning point?
My turning point was I remember I went to jail, and when I went to jail, I remember I made a promise with 2 of my friends in jail that when we get out, we will be sober. Well, the exact promise was we won't do fentanyl. And I remember coming out of jail. I spent 4 months in jail, and I kept my end of the promise, and I didn't do fentanyl ever since that day. But literally 2 days later, I hear that one of my friends that was in jail with me died, and he overdosed. Allow honest. The other friend, I'm actually working with him now.
Yeah.
And he's sober.
Alhamdulillah.
He's sober 4 months, mashallah. So seeing my friend die and that and all the stuff that I've been through, I remember I came to see you at the office.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You
man,
just had came out of jail.
Yeah, I just came out of jail.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I just came out of jail, man. I haven't done any fentanyl. You're like, are you doing anything though? I try to lie to you. I'm like, no, I'm sober, man. Yeah, man, be honest. And my eyes were big as hell. I know you knew I was doing something. So I knew, yeah. So I was doing other drugs. And I remember you told me you're gonna take me to treatment, and I ended up booking it again, leaving.
Yeah.
Like 2 months later, I started racking up on warrants again.
Yeah.
I was getting scared. I didn't want to go to jail. I wasn't doing fentanyl, but I was still
Doing
doing
other things.
drugs,
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I remember one day it was so cold, and my hands were like freezing, man. Like literally, like I felt like I was gonna get frostbite.
Yeah.
And I was running around downtown paranoid, thinking a task force was after me. Like, who am I? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just paranoid out of my mind. I haven't slept for 2 weeks. Like literally 2 weeks when I say I haven't slept.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm hearing voices. But the voices in my head are telling me, yo, go get clean, man.
Yeah.
As weird as it is. So I remember going to my uncle at the Riverside Mall, and he told me, I know a place. Are you going to stay there this time? I'm like, anything. So he takes me there, and they're closed, and they won't take anybody that day.
Wow.
So my uncle says, if you're serious, meet me back here at 8 a.m. I waited outside the mall the whole night till 8 a.m. in the morning because I knew one thing. I didn't want to go back.
Yeah.
When I went in to go take my intake and do the assessment or whatever, my aunt comes.
The same aunt from that one time?
Yeah, the same aunt comes. I'm thinking she's gonna kill me right now.
Yeah, she's gonna let you
I
have
haven't
it.
seen her, you know what I mean?
Since that day?
No, since the funeral.
Okay.
So I haven't seen her in almost 2.5 years almost.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she just cries and gives me a hug.
Yeah.
She's like, Edo. I know it was a mistake. My son is still alive, and he wouldn't be here if he didn't take accountability that day. You know? She tells me something I haven't heard in a long time. I'm going to support you, and I love you. You know? I'm here for you. So is your grandmother. She's at the house. She calls me. She's crying too. She says, Zakaria, please go into treatment. Please.
It's that family support.
You know? I remember every single day in the beginning, she came to the house.
Yeah.
Every single day for a month. And I think almost 2 months. She came every single day to check on me.
Yeah.
To make sure I had what I needed. To make sure I ate.
Yeah.
That gave me a sense of motivation.
Of course.
And this is around the same time I called you and we went to Dave's Hot Chicken.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I called you and, you told me you're going to support me no matter what. You told me you were proud of me, I love my friend Shark, Abdirahman.
Yeah.
I had a sense of belonging, finally.
Yeah.
I could see the friend group I wanted to hang out with. And I had the family support going on for me.
Yeah.
And then, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, I met Dr. Ali.
Yeah.
Dr. Ali, the second day, he met me. He sat down with me and made a plan with me. He's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
He spent 3 hours on a Saturday morning making a plan with me.
Yeah.
That showed me he cared.
Yeah.
He told me, I'm not here to keep you in treatment for 6 months and then let you go.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to do. If the day you leave Pathway to Recovery, I want you to leave with tools, employment, work, sense of belonging, community to go back to. So when you do go back to the community, you can fight for yourself.
Yeah.
And I just something about him made me keep being sober. So he told me, he said, just be sober and watch what happens.
Yeah.
A lot of doors started opening up. But before it got better, it got worse. In treatment.
Yeah.
It wasn't in terms of a relapse or anything. I had to turn myself in and face the music.
Yeah.
And all the crimes I did, I had almost 16 charges of theft.
Yeah.
I also had the case with my little nephew,
Yeah.
that I had to face. So 17 charges.
Yeah.
I turned myself in. My probation officer told me you'll be out same day. I talked to all the other probation. She lied to me, basically. I stayed in there for 2 weeks, right? Yeah. Ramsey County.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst.
It's like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You're in your cell the rest of the day.
23 and 1.
So in my cell, I'm thinking the worst things. I'm thinking, man, I got sober. I've been clean for a few months now.
I did everything right. Why is this happening?
Right. Why am I in jail?
Yeah.
Why am I? Why? I thought everything got good.
Yeah.
And my cellmate, who ended up I ended up working with down the road told me sometimes life just throws a curveball at you, and that's just life, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows when you get sober.
Yeah.
It's really not.
It's true.
And 2 weeks in, I see the judge. The judge doesn't want to let me go. Sets crazy bail amount, like $5,000. Like, I called my aunt and Dr. Ali. They worked together to get me out.
Alhamdulillah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They took a chance.
Yeah.
Said, you know what? Let's get him out of there. Well, I didn't even know when I was getting bailed out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm
You
buckling
just
down.
woke up, they said, get out of
You
here.
know what I mean? I get my sweatpants on. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Get it. Whatever. It is what it is. So
They took a chance on you.
took a chance on me. Came out of jail. They told me it's not all over. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. You know, things I needed to hear. And I just continued being sober. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I'm here today. You know. You know, today I'm a CPRS.
Yeah.
I'm a house manager.
Yeah.
Pathway to recovery. You know, I didn't just stop at being sober. I started helping other people out, because if I didn't get the help, I wouldn't be here today. And if I help even one person, it's worth it.
It definitely
You
is.
know?
Just want to tell you how extremely proud of you I am, bro. Because I know,
Thank you, bro.
you know, like I know, you know,
Yeah.
and bro, like it's incredible to see, and it's beautiful to see. And I know when you struggle with addiction, one of the hardest things to believe is that there's support out there, people that would genuinely believe in you, take a chance on you, and support you through that journey.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that feeling when you receive it, it's just like, what? You know, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? Because yeah, people did take a chance on you. But look at you now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only are you making everybody proud, but you're making your past self proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Zakaria that was struggling, the Zakaria that was struggling with, a homelessness. You know what I mean? That struggling through grief and addiction and despair and sorrow, and you're able to go through all of that and turn not only your life around but other people's lives around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's an incredible thing to see, bro. You know what I mean? And I know everybody that's watching this and everybody that knows you is proud of you, bro, and happy with what you've done with your life. And there's so much more, you know what I mean, that you're going to be able to accomplish, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I just want to let you know that, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Some of the gemstones that have been passed on to me that I would like to pass on to the people. Remember this, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing.
Yeah.
You know? That quote was a quote that I literally wrote down in my notebook. And I looked at it. It was my wallpaper for a very long time.
Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing.
You know, it's kind of deep.
Yeah.
Simple but deep. So I knew I had to change my lifestyle, the way I speak, the way I think. I had to change my surroundings. I had to live an honest life, because it can all be taken away so easily.
A second.
You know, I'm one bad choice away from going back to that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And one of the things that keeps me in tune is also I pray I never forget the pain that I went through.
Yeah.
You know, as
Yeah.
crazy as that sounds, I pray I
It's
don't
true.
forget it, because the pain is what motivates me to not go back.
Yeah.
That pain is what keeps me humble today. And the thing is, if people who are in recovery don't help other people in recovery, who else better?
Yeah. Who else knows the pain?
Who else knows the pain? Some of the guys I work with, sometimes I see myself in them. I'm literally like, my brother, you're literally the same age as I was. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
My brother, you know, I try to, you know, tell them, you know, or encourage them and say, you don't have to make every mistake. Sometimes you can see a mistake coming from a mile away, and you can, gauge yourself that way.
Yeah, and prevent it.
Some listen, some don't. But if you tried, it's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know?
What is something that you would tell yourself, your past self, the Zakaria that was struggling? What is something that you would tell that past self?
It's not over for you. It's really not. You might think it is, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, man. Keep your head up. You will get out of this. It's gonna be okay.
It is, and you're a living testament of that, bro.
Yeah.
Not only to yourself, but to everybody watching.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you, bro, for coming on this podcast and sharing your story, and just showing people that recovery is possible, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't the end for you, and it's not the end for so many people who are struggling currently that are watching this. So I hope that they're able to take this, as a lesson of hope and faith, and to not give up. You know what I mean? Because that's what you did. You didn't give up. You tried and you tried and you tried and you fought, and you were able to overcome. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. Is there anything that you'd like to add?
No, thank you for having me on the show, man.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming and watching the first new episode of Sobriety Sundays. And inshallah, come back. We got more episodes, more conversations. And yeah, it's going to be great. Thank you guys so much. Peace.